Greetings YouTube, Cross-Train here, coming to you from World of Tanks today, and today I am in my Tier 7 German tank destroyer, the second tank destroyer line in the German tech tree, and I am in the Sturer Emil, which is the Tier 7. Let me get this going because this tank is incredibly slow, so I won't be going anywhere real fast. But you can take a look at it. I'm kind of zipping around it right now, and this thing is just slow, soft, but man, does it carry a big stick. That is the thing about this tank that really redeems it in any way, shape, or form. Really, is the fact that it hits hard, hits big, but it is slow and it is soft. Has significant gun depression too. You can see climbing this hill. Yeah, I don't know why my that's not working correctly, but it's got great gun depression as well. You can literally lay this gun right on the front of the tank, and I've had it as much as a 15 or 20 degree angle on the backside of a hill and able to shoot over the top of the hill anyway. So got great depression, hits big, but as I said, it's slow, and it is in fact soft as can be. I'm going to spend this game sniping. This is a good place to snipe in a tank destroyer because that's where a lot of the play happens with all the heavies, right where I am zoomed in on right now. So while we're waiting for the action to pick up on my side, that do end up having a really, the best game I've ever had in this by far. As you saw in the title, I got an ace tanker on this, so I had a really good game on it. Let me show you. There we go. 517 I just whacked that comet for. You get hit twice, just simultaneously almost. This T-34 comes out and gets tracked, so I'm looking at that soft, tasty front hull, and no problem with the penetration. 387, it looks like. 367 hit points gone. This IS-6, on the other hand, that was probably an ill-advised shot, but nonetheless, it bounced on him. Now, this IS-6, meanwhile, is trying to side scrape, and he got tracked, and I'm going to whack him, keep him tracked right there. I got almost a 12-second reload on this tank, 11.91 seconds. You can see he's down to not much. So I'm going to get a 15 hit point kill. So, yeah. Oh well, yeah, it was a kill. I got 2 kills already. I think that one went into the side of a rock. So this is a good place to sit in a tank destroyer, especially one like this where you just cannot, I mean literally you cannot take this up front because it is extremely soft. So I'm playing it deep a little bit. Know that this is, if the enemy team pokes a lot, I'm gonna be able to manage some damage, and so far they've obliged very, very nicely, and they are just literally walking right into my gun, and they will continue to walk right into my gun in this place for quite some time. Just before this battle, I am platooned today, and this is about a 50-50. We've got a 53% win rate according to XVM. But just before this battle, I'm platooning today with Joel 9507 and Sergeant Vex. Sergeant Vex, also from MM. And Joel and I have played together for quite some time in a couple of clans together, Partisan and TAC Bro. And so we've played together quite a bit. And today we are platooning, and just as the countdown was going, again, I'm going to get another cheap kill for 62 hit points there. You got hit twice, and these guys just are going to come out here as well. I was just telling these guys that I didn't particularly like this tank. I love the alpha of the gun because averages about 500 hit points per hit. This 1390 is going to back up and There you go, 496 on the 1390 right there. So that was a big whack, and that's what this gun is capable of. It can hit hard, and it can penetrate decently. This is a tier 9 game, so about as bad as matchmaking gets for this tank. Granted, there are only 3 enemy tier 9s, but you can see in the list there that they're all among the better players on their team. One of them in the 5120 is out in front of me. Actually, both of them are. The Conqueror is out in front of me as well, and then the Artie, of course, is somewhere in the back. So they are the better players. They just finally broke through on that hill. In this 5120 is taking up a position. One of our good players in that Object 430 is going to move up and work. You see, he's almost taking this 5120 out at this point. I'm going to move here and try to get an angle on this 5120. At any rate, as I was saying, I had told Joel and Vexy that I just didn't really particularly like this tank, although I liked the alpha of the gun, but it was so slow that it was inflexible. It was hard to do anything, certainly in terms of a carry. If not that I can carry many games, anyways, but it is hard to carry because you can't flex anywhere with this tank. So I was just telling them that in the countdown to this, and then I go and do and have this game, which again is the best game that I've ever had in this tank. See that T-37 up on top of the hill. Just looking to see this. The gun's not terribly inaccurate as well, as you can see. Again, that was 396 on that T-37 because that was all the health he had left. And that was a long shot. That's my 5th kill. Got 2,257 damage so far. And they put some cap pressure on. So Joel was taking his Sturer Emil directly in my sights there, up to see what he could get done. Now he's trying to give some oversight here to help. Now I'm looking at this Conqueror that is just flirting with coming out. Not sure who he's trying to get some shots at, but he's certainly wary, I think, of the fact that I may be overlooking him. You see Joel just went down to that E25 up on the base. He got ammo racked, he said, which made his reload 24 seconds, which is certainly tough. So that E25 goes down. Our 430 goes down, and now this Conqueror maybe is feeling a little bit more confident. He does have the 34-2 in front of him. So he does, in fact, he's moving out. But I took the last of his 206 hit points away. So I have 2,463 damage thus far. In this game, this is just one of those games that this is about as good a possible map position that I could have had with this tank. Because again, this is a challenge. I find it to be a very challenging tank. You can see right now that they have their Sturer Emil that's alive back there. We've now got our 41 Bulldog and the 122-44 that are going to be chasing them down as well. I'm chasing too, but I'm just doing it at 18 kilometers an hour. So I'm just not going anywhere fast. So all they have left is that Sturer Emil as well as their Artie, which has not yet been spotted. So I am certainly mindful of the Artie because this thing is an open top tank destroyer, and one shell from even a small Artie would basically explode this thing. So certainly I'm leery, but I do have 6th sense in this tank, so I have not been spotted at this point. I have already secured my top gun at this point. And again, almost 2,500 damage. I'm hopeful that the Bulldog and the 122-44 will hold off and wait for me, and that's exactly what my platoon mates are telling them in chat. Wait for me to come up. So, and I come up to go get the Sturer Emil, who just got taken out by the Artie. When I see their Artie, watch this. This is the most incredible shot you'll ever see right here. I bounced this Artie with this gun that you've seen be devastating up to this point. So he disappears, but that time did not bounce. So I have 2,463 damage here. I do not have the, unfortunately, while replay is down when I recorded this, so I do not have the after battle report. As it turns out, I had about 2,700 damage, 2,775 or something like that, with that Artie that was invisible when I shot him. It was an ace tanker. I was surprised when the battle was over. Again, I just told these guys, I don't really like this tank, and then bang, get 7 kills. So I get the top gun, secure the ace tanker, and have the game of my life in it. So I am really close to unlocking the RHM, and I will, even with this ace tanker, I will gladly wave this tank goodbye. Again, great tank, challenging to play just because sometimes I get too impatient to play a tank like this well. What you saw me do right there, again, probably the perfect matchup for this tank. Sit back, snipe with it, stay out of view range, let your teammates spot the enemy, and then again, as they did, they literally just kept feeding themselves into my gun, and I was able to rack up 7 kills and 27, nearly 2,800 damage just by taking advantage of the lights that my teammates had and the fact that the enemy just kept poking the corner. So let that be a good lesson to you as well. Don't poke a corner, especially if you see 4 or 5 of your tanks get shot by an unspotted big TD sitting somewhere. So again, I do like the tank. I like the Alpha. I just and I have a T95. For some reason, it doesn't bother me, the speed on the T95, but the T95 also has significant armor, which this thing does not have. So, of course, this whole line, if you're familiar with this second line of the German TDs, then you know that this is the unarmored line. They're all glass cannons, and this one certainly is well. Fits very well in this line. So, hope you enjoyed that replay. Again, not much to it. It was a sniping replay, but again, this is about as good as I can play this tank, and I'm sure some really talented players out there can maybe move this closer to the front line and do some work with it as well. But that's a good matchup for me. So again, do hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, love to have you drop a like on the video. If you're not subscribed already, love to have you subscribe. But in the meantime, this is Crosstrain from World of Tanks, coming to you live on the battlefield, and I will see you there at some point. Till next time, peace.